doing a great job.
Well, sit back and relax. We are underway here in Miami this afternoon. And the first volley kept alive by Cali. Net violation, and it's 1-0 Hurricanes. They break the ice first. And
put your eyes on that lady that just actually hit the net. Maggie Leeds, one of their superstars, an outside sophomore outside hitter out of Beijing. And also Peyton Desjardins, which you're going to enjoy, a junior 6'1", the other outside. Great setter. It's a team that's really solid and very good ball control.
There's a point for Cal, a kill. It's 1-1.
And there's Maggie Lee. Like I said, UM knows that they need to try to control her and make it awkward for her. It's a very young team, only 2 seniors in it, but as all California teams, good ball control and good volleyball knowledge.
There's Maggie Lee, 6 feet 3 inches tall, a sophomore out of Beijing, went to the experimental high school, an outside hitter. As Grace Lopez taps it over, it's kept alive. She thought she had a point. And the Hurricanes ultimately do.
That ball was pretty close. I thought it landed, but it didn't. A little change in the lineup of the Canes. Number 18 is in, Paula Gershing, senior transfer from Germany, playing for Ava Carney, who actually had a great match the last time we were here.
Sitting right there behind Dalia Wilson.
Daidalis Rosado. Good defense by Flor.
Caught the ceiling, kept alive. One area to keep an eye on with the Canes today, the service errors that ultimately did not come back to bite them on Friday, but it was a point of contention.
Yes, it was, and a very smart play there by the setter. She's back row. She placed her hand like she was going to go over, and then set from Cal State went over the net.
There's the head coach, Jose Keno Gondara, in his 12th season with Miami. 210 career victories. Number 210 on Friday was special. Oh, what a beautiful serve. And that is an ace for Rosado.
Nice dropper from Rosado. She has that slow flow that makes a lot of damage. Coach Keno, you were mentioning an All-American player at UCSB. Played for both the Puerto Rican national team and the U.S. national team.
Rosado, the 5'8" Puerto Rican libero and a senior.
From Morovis, Puerto Rico, right in the mountains. Looking good early, running that offense and doing a lot of stuff in there that I would like to see, which is mix it up around.
5-1 Miami leads. They are 6-5 in ACC play. Cal is 2-9. They did lose up in Tallahassee on Friday. This is the first ever meeting between these two programs. Now that Cal in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Good job by the libero there. Gianna Bartalo. Things not looking great. Getting a timeout. Jen Malcolm in her first season.
Cal takes the early timeout. The Canes have a 6-1 lead. We'll see if they can keep it rolling this afternoon after that dramatic and incredible victory on Friday night over Stanford. There's a look at the head coach for the Cal Golden Bears, Jen Malcolm, in her first season out there in the Bay Area with Cal. She, along with her 3 assistant coaches, are all in their first season with the program. Cal has done a total revamp of their volleyball program in their first season in the Atlantic Coast Conference as they look to forge ahead and get things on the right track. Now, they're looking to get things on the right track here this afternoon. They're down 6-1, and they get themselves a point.
Paula Gershing getting blocked there. Good block. See, well formed. Pretty much they knew. Nice. Very good block by number 10, Kate Mansfield. Freshman, 6'2", out of Plano, Texas.
Wonder if her and Neilani Feliciano might know one another. Feliciano, the junior from Miami, out of Plano, Texas as well. I'm sure they know one another.
They probably played with each other at TAP, or they played against each other in Texas. Very good leagues, very good volleyball clubs in Texas.
Mansfield, just a freshman on the front line there for Cal.
Good strong pass there. Good recover. Free.
And here comes Flo Marie Heredia Coloni for 2.
Anytime we talk about the good teams, we talk about physicality, and that's something that for Maria Heredia has. She has that heavy arm that you're born with it, pretty much. She has that big swing, but what that pretty much means is that if your hands are not placed perfectly, she will break them.
Not literally.
But almost.
Almost, right, exactly. Nice serve there by Grace Lopez. And it's just tapped over by Lee.
Good
kept
dig.
alive. Nicely done by Bartola.
Good deep hit.
Bartolo can't keep that one alive, and it's 9-2 Kane.
Some of the things we'll be able to appreciate about this match. The setter from California. Trying to get her name right here. Okay, Natalie Lau. She likes to play a lot against the grain, which means that if she's close to 4, she'll throw it to 2. She's very risky and check that slide. Those are the two things that she does really well. She actually tries to go to leave her players on a one-on-one, which is part of the things that you're supposed to do on offense. (10-2) right now. A bit of issue running offense. They don't look too much in sync. Passes on the 10-foot line. That only leaves the pin hitters to hit. Block putting pressure.
We'll try again.
There
And
we
again,
go.
they come up empty. Nice block.
Ariana Rodriguez with their athleticism and another timeout. As Coach Jen Malcolm doesn't enjoy what she's watching.
Now, what changes can she make? Not necessarily get back into the first set, but give them an opportunity just from your early observations through 13 points.
Well, any team. And this is a good to have. I love having these conversations because I know many parents from girls that are, developing in club listen to these transmissions. Whenever the ball doesn't get close to the setter, and I mean between position 3 and 2, it needs to be not that tight because you don't want issues with the net. But the moment that the ball is behind the 10-foot line, it's very easy at this level to have 4 hands versus 1 blocker. So at the end, every single match, and I know it sounds repetitive, but it is what it is, comes down to who serves better and who's really good at serve receive. Everything else will take care of. Right now, they haven't passed that bat, but some of those passes have been like right in the middle of the court. And obviously, UM's block has way too much time to just gang up and wait on their offense. So yeah, you need to pass, so you can play a little bit faster and you can try to demark, if there's such a word, that block
That was
from
a quick
your
timeout,
hitters.
by the way. They got back on the floor in a hurry. That was no more than a 20 to 25 second conversation.
Yeah. And Coach Keno realizing that he still has 35 seconds, so he will take them. And yeah, plenty of things. Like I said, there's so much information nowadays. This is the rotation they're in. This is what they usually run.
Right.
Volumetrics involved, or so many other huddle, ball time, so many platforms. Very high tech. I remember when the volleyball game didn't used to be like this, but nowadays so much technology. We're looking pretty much like football.
All right, so the Canes have a 9-point lead. They are just rolling and breezing right through this first set. Cal looking to change up something, but they continue to get blocked on every kill opportunity.
You see all those plays
That was
are
a
out of
miss hit
system. It's an out of system, set her out, Ribeiro setting, all of those balls. They give a lot of time to those blockers. The only big win that Cal has in this beginning of playing in the ACC is against NC State, and I think that was a shocker. They beat them in 3. Great pass from Lee. The moment you see a great pass, you can see the offense running. Good job there on the right side.
Again, that was Kate Mansfield, who
Yep.
you had pointed out a couple of minutes ago, the freshman out of Texas. She'll step aside. And Sophia Johnson, the sophomore out of Minnesota, will come in to serve.
Pretty much the big reason why the Canes had a chance against Stanford was really good serving.
It's a good serve there.
There you go. It's very easy to side out. The biggest stat in volleyball right now, it's first ball side out. How fast can you side out? Whoever wins that one usually has a great advantage when it comes at the end. And who races that W?
Kill was by Gushing, who steps back deep behind the baseline to serve.
Oh, I don't agree with that one a lot. Says she went over. She went over it by half a foot. I'm not quite sure. Sometimes those rules change about players going into the net. Sometimes international, they leave you a whole foot. Sometimes if you're not in the play, they will let it go. I think that was very close. And there's that slide we talked about. Good connection then between the setter.
That's Michaela Hayden with the kill.
Number 7, Michaela Hayden, junior middle blocker out of Beaufort, Georgia. And there's got to be a connection with the Chinese national team. Like 3 players from China playing in Cal.
What a great blown flying in.
Those hands after, they feel like if you have your heartbeat on your hands. Like.
Boy, if you set her up, and we've seen this, give her ample time to just kind of float through the air. She will. She'll break hands. She'll stick it right through there.
You have real power. She doesn't even look like she's swinging hard. She's actually just powerful.
Good
serve by Moisio. I will credit Moisio with a lot to do with that win versus Stanford. She came in and she served for like 8 points in a row. And she was pretty much flawless. I think she's doing a great job. And I hope she realizes when she hears this how valuable she is from a Diaz standpoint. And everybody Diaz wants to be a libero. She's so valuable there.
Canes lost the first set on Friday, and then they won the second set, lost the third. They had a 22-20 lead in the 4th set. Remember, Stanford rattled off 4 points in a row. They had Miami on the brink, but the Canes rattled off a couple of points. They were able to win set 4 31-29. And then they took care of business in that 15-point 5th set.
She's being flawless. She's making a point for herself. I'm not sure, but I think it's at least last year. The ball was good from 4-4, sharp angle. So, you know, she might be the next one, even though Feliciano also has so many good libero DS this year. But in that position, Coach Keno can actually sleep really, really well. So. Ariana with that lefty from the position 5. Very tough serve. Out of bounds. No touch on Lee.
Cal in those sunshine yellow tops with the navy blue bottoms this afternoon. All black tops and bottoms for the homestand Miami Hurricanes.
Great hit, great defense.
Ooh, and that was kept alive, and a point for Grace Lopez.
Beautiful point by Grace.
Isn't that something?
Paying attention there on the net, being aware, being mindful, being in the moment. Miami rolling at this moment.
18-6. Cal ready for the first set to be over. They could wave the white flag right now. Maybe they would.
There's another credit to Cal's and libero. That serve coming from Mariana there on lefty, serving from 5-1. It's a very hard pass. She did it really good. Comfortable lead. Alanis Vieira are coming to run offense. 18-7.
Oh, my.
That ball was out, thankfully. Can you imagine playing defense there and you see this Dominican girl going to crush you? It's a scary sight. Good set by Alanis.
That had some serious steam on it.
Remember when they used to think it was a girl sport? And I'm like, yeah, stand on the court.
No, thank you.
Shank pass. It's going to be a free ball.
Over for Lee. Block.
And he lost a bit of focus there for a couple of points. And a net violation. Lulik at the point. We've seen middles more involved today than we have in other days. Already 4 sets to the middle, which I enjoy a lot. Paula Gershing coming in, like Yanni Feliciano subbing out. And that's a slide that we talked about. They run it pretty easy. I think it's one of UAM's weaknesses. They don't see it that much. They don't do it themselves. So it's tough to adjust.
Mansfield with her second kill of the first set. 19-9, Kings leading.
Oh, Lani's paying attention there, like the gym rat that she is. They read that tip. Let's see, off system. Looking for that touch. Smart play, but it didn't happen for her. And Grace hitting out of bounds. Even though they're up by 9, a bit sloppy now after pretty much being flawless for the first 17 points.
Maybe Cal starting to figure a little something out.
Out.
And Lee with a service error. Canes 5 points away from taking set number 1.
Good serve.
And Mansfield got a little juice on that kill, or attempted kill.
And 4 touches. I'm not quite sure about those, and some of the players are calling it too. There was a touch.
Officials today, Jeffrey McKinney and Devani McClarty are the referees, and the line judges are Nathaniel Vandermeer and Daniel Karp.
Well, they didn't see that touch on Gershing on the block, and I'm wondering what made that ball come back. She puts it away now. Good hit by Gershing. Alanis comes out. Rodriguez comes in. What a beautiful set by Alanis there. That fast-paced offense just makes it look effortless. Oh, miscommunication there. Got it. I'll say mine. Fix it.
Great serve.
Yeah, crumbling a bit. Like I said, you don't want to lose momentum, and it happens a lot. You're winning big, so you relax. And all of a sudden, you give momentum coming into the second set to the other team. That's a big no-no.
Huh. A little sloppy here both ways.
A good defense, though, on both sides. That's in.
Wow.
Good. Yaya Lees with a great job there.
Over for Gushing, and she keeps it alive. Now a chance for Cal, and they get themselves a point off of a long volley.
Tooling against Ariana there. Keno has both timeouts. You might want to use one to rest them. They look exhausted after that long rally. Both teams do, by the way.
21-14.
And somebody saved there. For Maria Heredia having issues with that short serve. Moving her feet to that ball.
Ooh, an ace.
And pass one more time. I like to serve a lot from 5-1. I think like you don't see it that much. It's an awkward angle. If you haven't practiced it, you're going to suffer the whole match. Good pass.
Now another block.
Ariana and Wilson both had a piece of it.
And 24-14. Kings a point away from taking set number 1.
Dalia Wilson, 6'4" middle blocker out of Manisa, Turkey. Good serve by Gershing. Oh, awesome defense.
Oh, and they continue. And a point for Cal to keep it alive. What a nice job.
Very good emotional point. Those are emotional points. And in the women's game, I think those are worth 2 points. Coming to serve, Peyton Desjardins, number 55, junior outside 6'1" out of Pasadena, California.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place right outside of downtown LA.
It is.
Right where the Rose Bowl is.
Yeah, and the parade also passes by.
Yeah.
We'll be watching that pretty close. It's close to Thanksgiving, isn't it?
No. Rose Bowl parade would be for the bowl game itself in January.
I think I'm talking about the Pasadena one, which I truly think it's...
Oh, maybe.
Could have been a double. Save there.
And there's the point, and the final point needed for Miami, and they take set 1 by a final score of 25-6.
Pretty much takes away that big win. So you need to protect. These are the ones that actually the Canes need to protect to see if they have a shot at the tournament. As a coach, I'd rather play Stanford, as crazy as that sounds, than it is to play against teams that are lesser in talent. Usually that's where you get in trouble. The other ones are like, if I win, great, and if I lose, I'm supposed to lose. But when you have the teams from the bottom, I don't enjoy playing those teams.
Canes led wire to wire in set number 1, and they trail 1-0 in set number 2. But Grayson Lopez
out of bounds there, too sharp.
sends it wide.
Yeah, that's how you don't want to start. 2 mistakes in a row. They're serving for Maria Heredia there. One more time from 5 to 1.
And for Maria Heredia, Colon at times this season has struggled off a serve.
I think that before she came here, she was very untrained in the passing. And I've seen a huge development from her. And by the time she gets out of here, I'm pretty sure Coach Ken is going to make a solid pass for her. But she has improved. In the beginning, she did struggle. And we've seen her mature here a lot. Lots of credit to her. Too tight.
Battle of the nets.
Yep.
And Sawyer Thompson out of Lawrence, Kansas.
On an easy pass. Gershing realizing that she can do a little bit better than that. Like I said, the emotions. And I'll take my hat off to her and Ava Carney. They're both trying to see who's going to make it in that position. And sometimes that makes players feel uneasy, like they're not in rhythm or they cannot make mistakes. Somebody touched it there. Thank the volleyball gods. I was going out by a lot. And you can see that I enjoy the way Ava Carney played the other day, but with Gershing, which I think she's super talented, she looks tentative. Like, I don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to play the game like that. You want to play the game and just have fun. Nice short free ball there, surprising. Good block.
Another good volley.
High set to Gershing, take it away. German with a big swing there.
Dug out nicely by Rodriguez, and Grace Lopez couldn't come away with a kill. It's because it was kept alive beautifully by Cal. And Lopez again gives it a shot. This time she's successful.
Off the hands. I think also by watching Gershing, me knowing how gold medal square, which is a methodology, works, I see that obviously she doesn't come from a GMS program, so she still needs to pick up the way that Coach Cano plays, which is based on that playing system.
Beautiful serve.
Nice serve from
and Rosado's got her second ace of the day.
Watching at Gershing getting out of the net and she's backpedaling, usually people just turn and run, and those little things will make her a better player. Great transition by Gershing. Good hit. And then she did transition the way we're supposed to. She has a great serve too. I enjoy what I see. But by the way, I'm gonna keep on talking about Ava Carney. What a great match. Last time she was here, she was ripping that ball. Short serve. Yeah, Aliso Rosado, sometimes when you see that serve, you wonder, like, such an easy serve from here, but it's a dropper, and it just makes you struggle when you're passing.
Well, Cal calls a timeout. The Canes are on a 6-0 run after Cal had a 3-1 lead here in set number 2. It's the head coach, Jen Malcolm, having a conversation with Gianna Bartalo. We'll step aside. 7-3 Canes. Back with you inside the Knight Sports Complex this afternoon alongside my broadcast partner, Alan Obrador. I'm Kyle Seeloff. Canes have a 1-0 lead, and they lead set to 7-3, and that after a 6-0 run that forced Jen Malcolm in her first season at Cal to call a timeout. And a good serve.
And a good pass.
Out of the recess, and a kill. That was nicely done. They set up Michaela Hayden.
Good serving, it's usually there to disrupt offense. Once your offense is disrupted, then the block takes over. Now you saw a really good pass, so they have all the options and they can side out.
So that snaps a 6-0 Miami run.
Good pass from Gershing.
And Grace Lopez with a kill.
What I love about Grace, that wasn't the best set in the world by Ariana. She was still in the front row. She still manages to get a good swing on sets that are not great. I think that's a definition of a good hitter. When the pass is bad, the setter will fix. When the set is bad, the hitter will fix. Anything else is just soap opera definition of a game. Good blocking by Gershing.
Sure was.
Good talent there, number 55, Peyton Desjardins. Hitting it hard, and I cannot wait. Like we keep on talking about this, but I cannot wait to see these girls when they make it into the professional leagues. 2 professional leagues of Pro Volleyball Federation, and then League One. Just doing a great job, both of them. A shout out to Tom and Allison who worked there. You guys are doing an awesome job. Fill those stadiums and see them actually get some money. And there you go, net violation by the hitter, number 3, Maggie Lee. Already some very good international players saying that they will play in the States. Everybody's excited. And it's right after the NCAA doesn't conflict, so can't wait for their official draft to see who they actually pick. Grace out of position 1. D-ball. Plenty of D-balls, yes. Plenty of D-balls and pipes coming out of position 6. The NCAA in the women's game becoming way more like the men's game. Good serve by Gershing. Out of bounds. But a touch. Leiliani Feliciano coming in to pass for Gershing. Coach Cano having pretty much 2 liberos in the back row.
Ooh, an ace. Great serve.
It's a great serve. Also, I think that Wilson, the middle blocker, was moving from position 2 and she got in the way. Leilani telling her that if they serve here, don't move so I can have a clear path to pass that ball.
Bartolo with the serve. It was a beauty. And another really good one.
Another
beauty.
Steam pass.
Oh, now she digs that out.
She's on fire when she hits. When Formari hits, there's a sound that you don't hear from anybody else. You hear that big contact with the ball. They need to figure out this serve in between conflict zones there or gaps between 6-1.
Grace Lopez, right place, right time.
Good defense from Feliciano. And somebody saved them from that little comeback there. Flor Maria Heredia. Her and Grace pretty much carry the offense. I mean, we just saw Grace doing 27 points in the last match, and Flor Maria did 28 versus UNC. When they're on, they're on. Milana Moisio, the point machine for the Canes.
And the junior out of Illinois.
One of the 2 spark plugs for this team, I'll say her and Alanis Vieira, are the spiritual leaders, to call it something, from this team.
Almost a real fortunate break there for Miami, and a well-deserved and earned point there for Cal.
That became a pool situation there. Where's the ball bouncing?
Yeah. That thing had no business coming back and being an opportunity for the Canes.
Pretty sure that Stanford conversation in that bus talked a lot about how many times did that ball touch the ceiling here in the Stanford match. Some good serving now. Feliciano already with a couple of shank passes. Little bit of a conflict zone between her and Flor, saying if it's short to your right, you might want to get her or let me handle it. Usually I will tell Floor to get out of the way so I can get more court. Good offense, Lulik.
Cal really hanging around here in the second set.
When you have two DSs in the backcourt, they can pretty much cover everything. So what you do is the outside that's in front, you give her very little space. So if you want to serve her, you need to be surgical about it.
So look at Ariana Rodriguez. The serve. And an ace.
Good serve. Like I said, these angles coming from lefties, you just don't see them that much. That's a good serve, but I'm not going to say it's a great one. I'm going to say it's a good serve. It's just the angle makes it really awkward.
Now do you serve it right back at Maggie Lee? And they will. And she handles this one cleanly.
It's a good passer. Good block. Free ball.
Wow.
Grace Lopez says, if you're selling, I'm buying. Good block there by Flor Maria Heredia, too. Family of volleyball superstars in the Dominican Republic. Two of these players from the Canes, Hera and Ariana Rodriguez, already part of the national team. Grace Lopez, part of the Puerto Rican national team. And I will not be surprised if Yaida Liz is called at one moment. Good hit by Lee. Breaking that block, and now Lanis Vieira comes in to set her 3 rotations out of the back row. She's been super productive. I think Coach Cano has found a way to make the team better with her in there, and also kudos to Ariana to understanding that at this moment that's the situation for the team to win, and teams comes first.
So Lee serving after her kill.
A super tight pass there. Alanis couldn't handle that great. Maybe too confident in the second set, and also maybe the water is coming, you know, to their levels.
Lee again serving.
Great serve, good pass.
Oh, Lulik reached way up there and just tapped it straight down.
Gershon gets back in. Feliciano comes out. So now Alanis with Lulik, Lopez, and Gershon in the front row. Out of bounds by a lot. Flor Maria Heredia.
So 15-13 now. Flor Maria Heredia Colon coming flying out of that back row. Wow.
Hitting it hard is a superpower in volleyball, and she possesses that. That's why she's here. There's a couple of recruits coming. Actually, one of them goes to my club, Dominican also, Ruth Martinez, and she hits it as hard. Great defense by Alanis. Couldn't handle it. So Coach Cano realizing that for the future, he needs those heavy hands in there. Another girl that's part of the Dominican national team program. Brazilian libero also, Kayla Sainon.
It is a global sport.
It is. Nobody checked. That's the setter. She's in the front row. She can turn. And we have a match.
That was a great, great play. Here's a look at it.
When balls are tight and the setter is in front, yeah, of course you have to jump on her.
Natalie Lau out of San Francisco, the junior setter.
Good set by Alanis with grace. And Ariana comebacks in. Alanis always, even when she goes to the bench, she has more energy than the Energizer Bunny.
Grace Lopez back to serve now for the Canes.
So valuable to have players like that. Huh?
Yeah, you got to have some energy, folks. And Lopez
2 in a row.
Too deep with the serve.
2 in a row for the Canes. You don't want to have that one. Back in the day, old school coaches will tell you if the person in front of you put it out of bounds, you need to put one in. The game has changed a lot. We keep talking about it, that you need to press with that serve or you don't have a shot. Grace plays so effortless.
Yeah.
I find beauty in the way she plays. I think last year I named her the Pink Panther. She's like so cool. Like, she moves like that.
Yeah, she does make it look easy.
She does, effortless. Good serve. I love Gershing's serve.
And Maggie Lee just tips it over. And here comes Gushing out of the back row. And that's a point for Cal, and they're within one.
Yeah, maybe a bit too low there. Coach Kenna will take her out when to pass in the back row.
Much better energy, by the way, from Cal. I mean, they really
Yes.
feel like they have found a little something here.
Let's see if the same situation happens. They were serving in between position 6 and 1, which is where Libero and Feliciano is. And they struggled a bit. So let's see if they can side out on the first ball side out. Good blocking position now for Cal.
Good serve.
And she did it. She did the job. Ball was out.
We are tied at 18.
Yes, we are.
Cal just roaring back and looking like a totally different club here in the second set as opposed to that first set. And they lost 25-16. They have a chance right here to take the lead. Maggie Lee gets blocked, and Flor Marie Heredia Colon says, I'll take care of this myself.
She saw it as big as a beach volleyball, and she went, that's mine.
And now Lau and Moisio will check back in for their respective teams, and Moisio will step back to serve it away for Miami.
The Kings got a bit lucky there. They almost had an overpass. Ariana Rodriguez saved that play on the net.
(19-18) Miami. And that's in.
Good hit.
Yeah. Facial expression there on Maggie Lee's face and the big old smile after that kill.
Let's see who wants his last 6 points. Nice pancake. Block on Lee. Good hit, very deep to the edges of the court, deep to position 5 from Flor Maria Heredia. 20-19, the first set, in case you just tune in, 25-16 for the Canes. They pretty much had an easy one. This one, super contested. Good pass from the middle. And Lee from 4-4, ripping it down. She's getting her mojo back. By far her best offensive player. Now Alanis Vieira comes in with the match tied at 20 in this second set. Nice hit from Grace Lopez. And when you have a lefty that can rip it from the left side, that's such a huge advantage. Comes back in Gershing. Feliciano comes back out. She had a better time there in the back row in this rotation. Setter's back row. Whoops.
Oh, my
She
goodness
slipped.
gracious. That was scary.
I was about to say that I think that Kate Mansfield, their middle blocker, she's playing with some regular glasses. I'm not sure if she forgot her glasses or something happened there. I don't remember anyone like playing with your like regular glasses in the court.
Yeah, so a timeout by Cal. We'll keep it right here, but Cal again playing much better here in the second set and really making Miami fight them a little bit. Nothing's coming easy.
Well, welcome to the ACC. There are no easy teams, so expected for me. And now obviously they need to take care. They need to make 5 points. Miami only needs 3, so they're checking there on what their probabilities might look like. Who do they set in this position to try to take advantage? They know that trying to come back from a 0-2, it's not ideal. So trying to get things even here on this second set. And anything can happen. It's only 5 points for them and 3 for the Canes. And as you know, in the women's game, you can see runs very often. Players are there lining up. It's something that we've seen now even more. Staff getting their info together and then addressing them with some really good info instead of just coming to talk things that might not be that important. See the whole stat there. Jen Malcolm, first season. Andrew Sato, which I don't know if he's part of the Sato family, but Eric Sato and the whole Sato family are royalty in California, both as players and coaches, and then another assistant coach, Cole Murray and Alisa Andreno. New staff trying to get, it'll take them at least 3 more years to try to build something and to try to recruit their way and to try to make things work. So patience.
Got to get a couple of recruiting cycles. Got to get the players you're looking for, players that fit your system, all of it.
I don't think that anyone should be analyzed or sign any D1 contract as a head coach unless you tell them, am I new here? Yes, I need 4 to 5 years to actually have a program. I am not Harry Potter, I'm a coach.
Yep. No magic wand.
No chance.
Great block. Another shot, and that is an attacking error, and it's 23-20.
Technique-wise, I enjoy a lot watching all these teams from California. I think it's a different volleyball, sometimes even prettier. But all the players seem to have great skills when it comes to fundamentals. That's 2 in a row by Flor Maria. And I think she takes a little bit more time. She needs to have a bit of a routine there to calm herself down when she serves, which is some things that I know that Coach Ken and every coach tells them. Have a little routine, breathe, be mindful before you serve.
And Gushin got blocked, and the Golden Bears keep it alive, but it's blocked right down the face of Mansfield, and a set point for the Canes.
Coach Ken will try and Gershing also the same way he did with Ava Carney. So now he has 2 matches, one that he needed Ava to do great, and she did, and now to see where Gershing is, I think it's very smart also because you don't know where you're going to need her. And if she hasn't played, then, you know, that might be an excuse. And everybody has played, so just perform.
So
that short serve again.
And here comes a free ball for the Canes. We'll see if they can take care of set number 2 right here, and they do.
She took a big risk on that free ball. It was kind of high and close to 3. Somebody could have smacked that ball, but they take the second.
Flor Marie Heredia Cologne. Underway here in set number 3. Kings leading 2-0, and they've got a 1-0 lead in set number 3. A kill by none other than Grace Lopez.
And Flor Maria Heredia with some solid passing today. Is he going for the jumper? Yes.
She is.
She's back.
Haven't seen it a whole lot, and it ends up right in the middle of that.
Good. I would like to see her and Grace Lopez. I think they both had a great one. Obviously, Coach Keno needs to check the stats, and pretty much is, if you can get 7 out of 10 in, then you can serve like that. And if not, then you're hurting the team. So that's probably why they went back to jump floating. Good pass again by Flor. Lulick very high on that net.
6'5", redshirt freshman out of San Diego.
It's another girl at the moment she gets a bit stronger, which is something she can work at. Very solid, good teammate. What I see from her, I like her energy a lot.
Lulick knows a little bit about the West Coast in volleyball.
I was about to say maybe she was overlooked there and going like, remember me?
That's another service error by the Canes. It's starting to fall apart behind that baseline there.
Well, I think Flor Marie has had a really good match, but serving-wise, it's been probably her worst one. She already has like 4 that I can remember. It might be 5. It was a good tip, but that block was really high. And the Kings better wake up early. Like I said, you don't want to fall behind this team. Before you know it, you're playing the 5th. They did it to NC State and to a whole bunch of teams this year, so you got to check them out.
We'll try Lopez again, and she's got a point, 3-3.
We have seen Grace Lopez grow in this program, and as you saw, she saw the block. She goes, I'm not hitting down for anything. I'm just going to hit deep. and get a touch in those high hands there.
Oh,
miscommunication there. Try to run the middles behind.
There's Bartolo that came slipping and sliding right underneath the net there at center court.
I've seen 2 slips already on the Cal side. While trying to hit. A lot of humidity. We're in Miami when one day looks like it's going to be autumn and then the next day it's summer.
You're right.
Or in the same day it's summer.
You're right. All right, 4-3 Miami. The Canes get a serve across. Make the Golden Bears work for it a little bit. They get themselves a point to tie it at 4.
There was a split block there, a huge hole between Rodriguez and Wilson. The attacker just slipped it in.
(4-4). That's Johnson's serve. Ooh.
Out.
That's an attacking error right there.
Another one on a perfect pass.
That you hate to see. And Dahlia Wilson, the junior out of Turkey, had it just laid up for her on a silver platter.
On a good pass, actually, by Gershon. She does it again.
Yeah, it's kept alive. Whoa! It's kept alive by Miami. And they get a point.
Thought Wilson was going to hit it hard, and she came with that little roll shot there. Good job by Ariana getting that ball out of the net. Super athletic. She's so well coordinated. It's like the future of the Dominican Republic is in her hands. It's a program that's been all the way up to number 6 in the nation. Now just a Gershon serve, and when she looks at video, she's not taking the time to actually concentrate for that. She got the ball, but it looks like the ball had, like if it was on fire, like she just picked it up and went. You have 5 seconds to serve. Use them.
That's a second service error by Cal to level it at 6.
Moisio coming in for Wilson. See if the Lucky Charm does it again with a couple of points. Bit sloppy started this 3rd set with all these serving errors. Out of bounds.
And lead with an attack error.
So both teams, for my taste, with a lot of hitting errors. The thing is that sadly, what's working for the Canes is that every time they hit bad, where California does the same.
Canes back out in front by 1.
Another one they're missing. Coach Keno looking at the ground. I know the feelings. Like,
he spun around and sat down.
And like I said, in modern volleyball also, he's a very educated coach. Like the screaming inside, you can't have it because you come from the mindset that she's trying to do it right, you know, but it is what it is.
What a unbelievable block at the net. That's a point for Cal, and they've got an 8-7 advantage.
Yep. Pretty sure when he gets out of
again. Look at that again.
Rodriguez tried to hit on the second, but the ball was a bit under the net. They will be serving a lot this week. Tell you that. Oh, what a rip by Grace Lopez. The Pink Panther from Puerto Rico. Nice.
Here's Lee.
Breaking that block there. Grace flew a little bit there. Lanis Vieira coming in to run offense. Grace on 4, Lulik on 3, Heredia on position 2. Out of bounds.
Tied at 9.
So you don't have to be a genius. If you're a coach, what do you think it's the most important thing that many people don't train as much? Serving. On an ideal world, I'll make a team if I have the time to serve for an hour.
There it is again.
On professional teams, it happens a lot. You get a couple of sessions during the day, and there's just one session of passing and serving.
Little smile from Flor Marie Heredia Colon after that jump serve that she had kind of gone away from a little bit, but she has brought it back here.
Yeah, that's another thing. It might take her a bit of time to get her mojo back when that serves, a different serve.
And will she do it again? Yes. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's that heavy arm.
This is a big opportunity right here. Set and a block.
See what Alanis does now.
Another set.
Oh, beautiful.
Kill.
Mixing it up. Alanis such a smart setter when it comes to running offense. You just saw that nobody was paying attention to Ludic. And she's 6'5" and she's there. I can see that she's there. She's ready, so she sets it. Great placement by Alanis Vieira.
11-9.
Dad Felix having a blast in Orlando. Great serve.
Oh, what a block. There's a set, and that is tapped down and over. That time by Merton, the redshirt junior out of Alamo, California.
He had a good hand there.
First time we've called her name this afternoon.
Lead a serve. Missing another serve.
12-10.
Puerto Rico, there's a saying, when you miss so many serves, coaches used to look at you and go, is there any fines if you pass the ball? People will crack up. Good serve.
Ooh, pretty good set, too. Give him a chance.
Great pass from Yai.
Nicely done.
Ball was going to be out for Marie Touch. I don't know if she saw the touch in the block. Looked like it was going to be out, but she played it. Miami trying to pull out, but Cal telling them not that easy. Nice turn. Whenever they have a good pass, you just saw Alanis Vieira there, how fast they run that ball to both pins, to both 2 and 4. It makes it very tough on their blockers. Fast-paced offense from Miami.
13-11, Lopez serving.
Nice touch in the back there.
Here comes Lopez. Kept alive, rolling around. Free ball for the Kings. Oh! Snuck it right through there, Rodriguez.
That's the advantage of being a lefty running a 5-1. It's very easy to turn. If you're right-handed, you don't have that shot. That's why many people prefer lefties. I think I've had two, and one is a lefty and one is a righty. I might join the lefty due to that advantage. And yep, ball was on this side. Setter's back row, illegal attack, and with that we'll go to the timeout. The Canes gaining a 4-point lead.
15-11, Miami leads at the whistle. Canes looking for their 7th conference victory and a weekend sweep this afternoon. Cal fighting, they're in it. More. And here with the Night Sports Complex this afternoon to take in the Miami Hurricanes and the Cal Golden Bears for the first time ever. Now that Cal, along with Stanford and SMU, all in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Miami and Cal meeting for the first time ever today. Golden Bears hanging around. They've been much, much more sticky and tougher in the second. And here in the third set, Miami leading set number 3, 15-11 and 2-0.
Oh, that's a big blooper from Grace Lopez. He would like to have that one back. She's laughing, going, I don't think this has happened. I used to play 11U. But it happens. We're all human. Nice hit.
Great dig by Sophia Johnson.
When they get that ball back, they need to get some better swings there. Peyton Desjardins couldn't actually hit it there. When you get those balls back, you just need to swing and just try to score, try to tool. Good serve. Nice up, Ayay. Beautiful set. Off the hands for Maria Elena with that heavy hand. A timeout on the floor by Cal.
So 17-12, and we'll keep it right here. Miami now leading by 5, and you can sense now they've really got Cal on the ropes.
They do, and like I said, when we come to standings of the ACC, Miami, it's a little bit on the bottom there, right in that middle. We had this conversation before. They need to handle the teams that are below them. They need to handle NC State, which they still need to play again to make it a run, because there's so many great teams right now in the ACC. You have Pittsburgh, Louisville, Stanford, FSU, North Carolina playing really good games. So all of a sudden, such a powerhouse conference like this, you can't afford to have bad nights. You can't afford to fall asleep, but you will be out.
Yep.
It's way too many good teams on the ACC, and now having Cal, having Stanford, that's a huge one. Those are two teams that were not here. In the case of Stanford this year, which is number 5 in the nation, well, that's a team that's going to send shockwaves to other teams that were here. You know, it's one of the most traditional volleyball programs in the nation. So interesting, everything that's going on here with the ACC. And I've talked to you also about the quality of the coaches.
Right.
Coach Keno himself, Coach Lucas Slave, Coach Dan Witt from Pittsburgh, Danny Busboom of Louisville. I mean, the cream of the crop of coaches are in the ACC. These schools put the money in there, and the results are here. It used to be Pac-12, Big Ten. Well, now it's ACC and Big Ten pretty much dominating everything. And having the #1 team in the nation, Pittsburgh, out of this conference. I think Louisville is going to be tough to beat this year, too.
17-12, Miami out of the timeout. They're serving.
Great serve.
And a good block and point, 18-12.
And looking over this roster, freshmen, sophomores, freshmen, so many freshmen, so many sophomores, not too many seniors. This is a rebuilding year, and they just need to, get their culture going on, try to recruit the players that they want, how to make these players even, how do they actually adjust to the coaches. A lot of questions to be answered, and like I said, they're going to need a couple more years. I'm talking about Jen Malcolm and her staff.
18-13.
Well, and everything happening now for Miami. All the tricky plays that come their way.
Great job by Grace Lopez. And here's Heredia Colon. Tackled around, 19-13.
She saved herself with that tip. And Ana Moisio comes in. Dalia Wilson will step out. Off the hands. Oriana Rodriguez, Lee. I think that the Canes have done a really good job of containing Maggie Lee, which is a superstar outside. 6'3" out of Beijing, China.
Cal looking to make a run. Oh, that'll help. Great block.
She went there for the Caribbean hit, and being from the Caribbean myself, like, sometimes the ball is that good. You just want to swing hard and down, and what happens is you find the block. We get greedy a lot. They like to hit down. That's very Latino. Good pass from Feliciano.
Oh, boy.
And there she goes deep, as you can see, a little bit more accurate.
That was an unbelievable dig. They'll try again with her, and she gets herself a point that time.
And if you can see how they run that tempo, that's a great way of showing young players what to do. Ariana Rodriguez, even though she was getting way closer to 4, she still ran the same tempo that they run if she was far away, which means that they keep that tempo, they keep that ceiling there sharp all the time.
So 20-15 Miami.
Good serving from the Canes.
Beauty. Here's the lead. She's got a point. 20-16. Cal hanging around, looking for a run. Looking to force a 4th set.
Very smart from Lee there. She saw that high block and just hit it off. Lanis Vieira coming in now. She has great choices right now. She has Flor Marie, Grace, and Lulic.
Some heavy-handed Hurricanes.
That makes your job really easy. You have 3 good hitters.
Wow.
And Flor hits the libero there. Feliciano comes out. Gershing comes in from the front row. So Kai, looks like you're going to be watching your football matches pretty soon.
Yeah.
Wow, that heavy arm. Remember I told you the last match that I had no clue why her and Grace were not doing those serves, because they're really effective. Like I said, probably something that their numbers weren't adding up in practice, but we need to see from both of them. And I think Grace was as good as Flor Marie was. And you see the block there. Everything starts with a good serve. And the passing situations don't become that great, which means that you're disrupting their offense, then it's predictable.
Grace Lopez is doing it all once again this afternoon for the Hurricanes. And, well, she just keeps on keeping on. I mean, she's one of the best players, not just in this conference, but in the country, Al.
Yes, she is, and scary. Only in her 2nd year. Last year, she had so many accolades on the ACC. She was freshman of the week a lot of times. Sometimes, even when she didn't get it, she had better numbers. She has become a superstar here in Miami. She has nothing to look for anywhere else, if you ask me. Like, things have been great here. 2.5 hours from mom in Puerto Rico, the Latino community here. I think this is a great fit, and I think her future is pretty much safe. I think she's going to go straight into playing professional ball. She's already playing on a national team. So the Pro Volleyball Federation probably has an eye on her, and the League One has an eye on her. Let's see if we can actually see her play professional after. But the Canes, I mean, Coach Cano himself being the next professional player, there have been many players that have been playing professional coming out of UM that they have this, how can I say this, but they look like professional players. Olga Stronzali, who was here for a long time, the Italian girl, she's ripping it down there, and then between Greece and Italy. And there's players here that you see that just have that edge that you can say that's a professional player. Grace is one of them. Flor Marie too. Ariana looks like another player that might be, and so many others among the ACC.
What a beautiful serve.
And a beautiful pass, and that's such a great serve. Good job there by Yaidalis. Beautiful
Lopez
set by Alanis.
taps it over.
What an angle. Ball coming from position 5. She's in between 1 and 2, and she just places it there. Coach Felix having a blast watching the daughter play. Talk about family of volleyball. Mom played, dad played, sister played, brother played.
Here comes another one of these jump serves. It's fun to watch.
That was fun for Kyle, saying, thank God it stayed on the other side. She's serving bullets at this moment.
Caught the tape.
2 more points, pretty much a flawless game for the Canes. I think they needed these 2 games badly. I think this puts them back into contention in the ACC. It sent shockwaves too. When you have beat Texas, when you have beat Stanford, I think they should be coming into that top 25 if they keep this up.
Canes fans, please refrain from using any flashes, either flash photography or other.
Oh, there was a flash. It happens a lot, and it's okay. Nobody died over that. Let's continue.
Canes 2 points away from winning the match and sweeping this match. And now they're 1 point away. Here comes the match point.
Alanis is so great at setting middles. She has that sensibility in her hands that you need to set the middles, and that confidence. She's their emotional leader, as you can see. Same as Milana Moisio. They carry this team emotionally. They do.
There it is.
That's that.
And the Canes sweep the Cal Golden Bears this afternoon here in Coral Gables. They are excited inside the Knight Sports Complex. And the Canes improved to 7-5 in the conference on the year. A 25-16 victory in set 1, 25-21 in set 2.